You have just tuned in to the Mag Nerd Podcast, your home for everything in music, anime, and games. The King here back with another video, and today I am bringing you my finalized Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. I've been fine tuning this deck for the past couple of days. I got a lot of wins with it. I think it's very solid. So without further ado, let's jump into these videos. So, like I said, this is going to be one of those rant videos. I kind of made my point. If you guys looked at my last video, I just kind of wanted to bring you guys some more Duel Links content to kind of show you that Blue Eyes is definitely something to not be messed around with. So this is the Silent Magician deck, of course. And again, in some of these hands, I didn't actually get a really great hand, but I was still able to pull off a victory. This one's actually very impressive because he basically had me dead to rights and then just screwed himself over. So Pelzoic, I take 22. No, I don't. Bring out the other Canadia. So my plan was to basically, and again, he does negate, but my whole point was to get the Blue Eyes in the graveyard, which I did manage to pull off. And he hits me with 27. But again, because I got the Blue Eyes in the graveyard with Silver's Cry, I was good. So Tune, get Azure Eyes, and this is where he screws up big time. So I'm going to pause it so I can explain what's going to happen. So of course I attack his Tricky to get rid of him, but again, he pretty much had me dead to rights. All he had to do was attack and he would have been good, but he got greedy and didn't pay attention to Azure Eyes' effect. And Azure Eyes' effect is on the turn that he's summoning after, he cannot be targeted or be affected by any other card effects the turn after he's summoned. The turn that he is summoned and the turn after he's summoned. So the opponent, not knowing this effect, went for the overkill to use, and you'll see. And he had attacked and affected himself, then goes for the attack just so he can pull out the 3500, not knowing that I had the debunk in the back row to prevent that from happening. And he scoops. Fantastic. So the reason why I use debunk is because of situations like that, situations for spell books. Debunk is also very good against vampires because again, vampires, a lot of their effects activate in the graveyard or in the hand, so debunk is a very good way to counter those moves. Alright, so that was one. What else do I got for you guys? Alright, here's another Azure Eyes. And again, a not so great hand, but I'm able to pull it off. Oh yeah, this is a relinquish one. This one was actually pretty cool. So let me show you something real quick. So this card right here is fucking amazing. Like, when I first, like, if you guys watch my previous videos, I did not utilize this card correctly. I thought its effect is that when it summons itself, you have to have another. If you have another level 1 in your hand, you can a light level 1 in your hand. You can also summon it as well. And then if you have, you can get rid of an effect monster to special summon a Blue Eyes from your hand. Essentially, I didn't realize this guy is a tuner Kaiba that can also special summon. This card being a rare is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So basically, this card is a tuner Kaiba. Let's continue. So of course I'm anticipating the suck, so I'm prepared. So he goes with the Gishki chain. He gets his second Black Illusion ritual, which is fine. I'm not worried because again I anticipated that. So what I do is I go ahead and I hit it with the Majestic Eyes of Blue. So even if he sucks me up, he won't be able to attack me. And of course he sucks, goes for the attack, but then I use Silver Cry to bring back my Blue Eyes again. God damn. And then of course I tune to get Silver Dragon. Beat the Doom. And I love it because with Majestic, he can't attack. So he has to relinquish, is basically useless. So he goes for Gishki again, and this is the mistake he makes. He has relinquished, and I know he has the other piece in his hand, but he can't, he actually didn't make a mistake. So just to explain why, for people who don't know why he didn't summon relinquish, because again, the turn that Azure Eyes is activated, he can't be targeted. So even if you brought out his relinquish, he would have been screwed because he wouldn't have been able to suck him up, and he basically would have been face down, ready to get destroyed. So now it's pretty much game, because with my Blue Eyes and Beatdown, I'm able to get over his relinquished, hit him for 100, and then hit him for 36. God damn. God damn! I love this deck. Like, I literally took this deck, and again, this is not saying much, but I basically went through every level 40 duelist that was available, and I pretty much crushed them all. Like, none of them stood a chance. And of course, I've been taking this online, so like I've been fine-tuning it to see, look at the timing, to look at the cards that would be best suited for this deck, and I think I have a great combination now. I'm going to show you both versions of this deck because I just actually tuned it again, and I put in a little bit of an X-Saber component to kind of get out another X-Saber card, and I'll explain that at the end of the video. So this is a much better hand, and these are one of the cards that I ended up switching out. Voice Raider was basically a card that was kind of like a tech. Just something that if I needed a 1900 beater, I could have it. At first I was using Luster Dragon, but I thought Voice Raider was a little bit sexier. So this guy was also running a Blue Eyes deck as well, but he was using the Yusei version with... So he goes with Dragon's Rebirth. And at first I was wondering what the hell was he thinking. But you'll see later, because I'm thinking, oh, he must not have had another monster in his hand, so why would he not bring it out? But he did, and he had another Blue Eyes, and it really made me nervous. So yeah, as you can see, my hand was shit. And I still managed to pull off the victory. So he goes and tunes and gets his own Azure Eyes out. But again, that's where the skill like beatdown comes in handy. But so he made a mistake by going for Azure Eyes in defense position instead of attacking. So of course, Majestic with Eyes of Blue prevents his blue eyes from attacking, and then get my birthright. Let's bring out my own blue eyes finally. Watch this, watch this. It's gonna be so sexy. Cosmic Cyclone, Galaxy Cyclone. Get my own Azure Eyes out in attack position. White Stone of Legend gets a dragon to my hand. Ancient to special summon. God damn, look at it. Woo! Beat the dough. Think. Think. Now again, I kind of misplayed with Pelzoic because again, I knew if I had got my other Azure Eyes out next turn, I would have been good. So again, he at this point he's just showing off because he wanted to show that he can get his other dragon out, his Stardust, which is fine. So he gets the Stardust out, but there's nothing his Stardust can do, so he just quits, and that's fine. Or he disconnects rather. He doesn't quit. He disconnects. Alright, and this final battle will also be against Yusei Fudo. And again, like I said, guys, this deck is so much fun. And this is kind of why I do it. I don't necessarily care about doing anything major. I just like to have fun, and these decks are definitely fun. So this last matchup is showing off the new variant that I made, and let me pause real quick. So, excuse me. So what I decided was that with Azure Eyes, I kind of wanted to utilize synchros a little bit more. And X-Sabers has an ultra rare synchro that's actually very good. That when it's in it, all it requires is a level 6 total. So essentially, what it does is when that Saber monster is summoned, you can basically destroy up to 3 spell and trap cards on the field. So with my Blue Eyes deck not having a lot of back row destruction, that just kind of gave me a tech that I could use to utilize to kind of pound in with Blue Eyes. Now, what I did was, and again, I'll show you in the end of the deck build exactly what I ended up doing, but this card ended up working out very well. And this guy actually used a Synchro deck, a Junk Synchron deck that wasn't half bad. So he uses Harmonic Waves to get out his Stardust. Majestic. I'm telling you, man, that's my ace card right there, boy. Cause that card done saved my ass so many times. Bring out Azure Eyes. And because of beatdown, I'm able to get over his. Now here's the best part why having that X-Saber card in the deck makes sense. Because he special summons and is able to get out his Gravity Warrior, which is a strong card. I didn't even know that card existed. So he goes for my Azure Eyes, but because of the Full Night, I can negate 1 attack per turn. So with that, get out Blue Eyes again. Beat to done. And again, I did kind of misplay here because I should have attacked with the Blue Eyes, but it doesn't really matter. He scoops. Oh, he didn't even scoop. He just let me get the win. I forgot. And that's it. Alright, so let's go look at the deck real quick, guys. Alright, we're back. Breakdown time. So, as you can see, this is the more fine-tuned version. I'm the only cards that I switched out was I had two Vorce Raiders and a Paladin of Felgran. So I took out the Paladin of Felgran, I took out the two Vorce Raiders, and I added in the X-Saber Fulham Knight. I got two of these. And then I added in Saber Dark Soul. And essentially, you get both of these out, you can pull out X-Saber Hunley. And again, you need one tuner plus one or more non-tuner monsters. And again, he can destroy up to 3 spell or trap cards on the field. So that's kind of like he is the tech, but this card right here also just has the benefit of being out on the field altogether because of the fact that it can negate at least one attack per turn. So that is very helpful. Trying to survive one turn so you can synchro the next turn. 2 White Stone of Legend, again, as you guys saw in those combos, it's a tuner, and it also gets a Blue Eyes to your hand, and once that Blue Eyes is to your hand, that's when you want to use Protector, so you can use that Kaiba effect to get them out on the field for that spicy combo. And again, if you have him and him in your hand along with a Blue Eyes, that's an instant Azure Eyes off the bat. So what you do is you would summon him, it'll let you summon him, and then you tribute him to special summon Blue Eyes, and then you use White Stone of Legend to bring out Azure Eyes, and then once White Stone of Legend goes to the graveyard, you also get another Blue Eyes to your hand, so that you can then utilize cards like Ancient Rules. And again, I would use 2 Ancient Rules if you have it. I'm still working on Mokuba to level him up so I can get my second copy of this, but I would run 2 of these, and then of course, Majestic Eyes of Blue. You can only have one of these cards, but this card is so clutch. You can stop an opponent's attack, and you can dump a Blue Eyes into the graveyard, and then once he's in the graveyard, you can use cards like Silver's Cry, or if you want to use Birthright, you can use Birthright as well if you don't have Silver's Cry. But Silver's Cry is the best way to utilize that, is to get a Majestic into the graveyard. So that's the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. This is Sean the King. Have a great day.